Now I'm out of breath.
Welcome to SIDETRACK, episode 2.
Fair enough, too.
Fair enough, 2.
Fair
I wasn't
enough,
supposed to say that.
Yeah, it's fun.
Is it fun?
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. You kind of, the way you brought it up, feel like you had a little heat with it.
Nah. That sounds good. I'm good with that.
Well, I mean, technically it is. I mean, it's the second time. Yeah. Where'd you run all to anyway?
Get back cigarettes. I needed one.
That's
We're
fine.
recording.
Hey.
I can't smoke in the basement, especially on camera. And the evidence.
Well, I
is
mean,
there.
I feel like once you get on camera, you can pretty much do whatever you want.
Yeah, but it's on camera that I was smoking in the basement.
I mean, it's not the first time you've done it.
No, but I catch shit for it.
Yeah, but is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta understand.
Yeah.
When I get in trouble
Yeah.
on small stuff, it's a 30-minute argument.
So it just takes up a lot of time.
Yes, it's very time intensive for me to get in trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't do that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gone. It's don't do that, and then she'll.
I can understand. Well, if you're a repeat offender, I mean, I'm sure it's getting aggravating.
Yes, I'm a repeat offender.
Oh.
But she'll spend 15 minutes telling me, why it's bad, why I shouldn't do it,
Yeah.
and then she'll roll it back and
Right.
explain to me that I did it and it's bad.
Right.
And then, so it's a vicious cycle.
Right. I get a lot of shit for leaving knives on the counter. And close to the edge.
Well, you got a 2-year-old,
Yeah.
so that's just
Well, certainly. I'll tell her, let me know. I'm just saying, I do get a lot of shit, about it. Don't get me wrong, not like she hasn't done it herself. And then not that I've pointed out. And it's almost a shame because you just can't help, when it happens to you so much, you just can't help but to feel like you got this small victory. Like, yeah, motherfucker, you do it too. Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But no, it's definitely a good thing to point it out to each other.
Yes,
I
I
feel
agree.
like call each other out. They can get nasty sometimes, but you work your way through it. Just keep moving forward.
Yeah. I feel like me smoking in the basement isn't that big a deal.
I don't feel like it is either.
It's not.
I mean, is it? Can you really smell up in the house?
No, this is a 4,000 square foot basement.
Right.
4,100 square foot basement.
Right.
It would take a lot of smoking to
Oh,
start
yeah.
to move smoke to where you could smell it.
I mean, I wouldn't have any problem smoking.
Now, if I chain smoke down here, that's you know what?
I am going to chain smoke.
I'm not gonna chain smoke. I haven't had one in a while.
Look at that! You forgot you wanted one.
But I'm gonna smoke anyway. Just to prove a point. By the time this podcast is over, we'll see if she's up there raising hell.
Are they back in the house
They're
already?
right above us.
Okay.
Right above.
Stomping on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason not to smoke down here.
No.
Especially on a night like tonight.
She at one point told me not to smoke in my garage.
Whoa!
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! It's not even attached to the house.
No, it's not even within 100 yards of.
Yeah. My God.
Yeah, well, that one didn't stick.
Yeah.
Put the kibosh on that.
All right. I can't. Well, there's gasoline in there.
It's irrelevant.
I mean, that's where we are smoking. That's in the garage.
Yeah, you do.
It's the best, and mine is attached.
Yeah. What do you smoke, by the way?
What do you mean? What I smoke?
Well, you don't smoke cigarettes.
What's that supposed to mean? What's the difference?
Difference of what?
Smoking.
I know. Okay, fair enough. I was just curious what you do smoke because you don't smoke cigarettes.
Well, it's definitely implied, so I don't think we have to come right out with it.
Fair enough.
All right. Well,
What is the topic?
well, we were just talking about the garage being the best place to smoke, regardless of what you were smoking.
Yeah, well, when I'm working on stuff, especially my four-wheeler, I like smoking.
Yeah. Well, who wouldn't? I mean, it's the best place to.
I mean, smoking's bad, but there's nothing wrong if that's what you're doing. You're working.
Yeah. If you're doing it anyway, there's nothing wrong doing it in the garage.
No, not at all. Especially like you said, it's not attached to the house. There's
Yeah.
really no one ever there.
Right.
It's not like another thing. If I smoke cigarettes, it's not like I drink. Smoking's pretty much all I do.
Right.
So,
Right. Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
even like
if you
drinking anymore.
if you did drink all the time, you probably wouldn't get much done down in the garage.
I don't get much done down in the garage anyway.
Right.
I usually
Too
get.
busy smoking.
I usually get about 10 solid minutes before I get bothered, to do something.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And it's usually, it's like when I'm out there. I don't really know where I was going with that. Well, this sucks.
I'll start, if I'm down there doing nothing,
Mm-hmm.
I won't get bugged. But
Call
when
that a blooper, by the way.
When I go into actually getting into something, like I was changing the belt on the four-wheeler,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't going to happen.
Right.
No. As soon as I started getting into it,
Right.
I don't even remember what I was called up to do. I don't know. I don't remember. But it was one of them things where it was a text. And the text was very cryptic.
Cryptic.
Yes, where it was like she was saying she was doing something, but implied the message that I better be up there to help her do what it was, or she would be very angry.
Be very angry.
Or, after about 10 minutes, she will show up in the garage with the kid and let the kid just go, and then I have wrenches flying all over the sockets. Yeah. Which is fine. I love my daughter. I love she'll come down there and bless her heart. She'll take a wrench and do that.
Right.
It's great, but that's when I'm not really doing anything important.
Right.
I'm completely happy with that. But when I need to get something done,
Right.
I'm not a big fan of that.
Right. Trying to explain to them, this benefits you too.
Yeah.
Trying to get this done.
Yeah. Like I have a big bucket down there full of deer corn that I'll put out for hunting. I like to feed the deer and everything, so does she. And we'll come down. Taylor go in there, and I'll keep working, just trying to keep an eye on her. And this was the other day. I only went out around the corner, probably smoked a cigarette, and she ended up walking out, and then Taylor was shooting past the four-wheeler while I was working on it, and then I heard look over. She's in the corn bucket. In the bucket. Corn being flung out of the corn bucket.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I had to stop what I was doing.
Right.
Which is fine. It was cute, but didn't get anything done because then I had to go back up to the house.
Yeah. I find that once I got a hard time getting out of the house, but usually once I'm out of the house, I'm able to get done when I need to get done. Don't get me wrong. Now it's like there's been instances where he's been sick, so he's not sleeping that well.
Yeah.
So I'll get the text too. Come in and get something, which also sucks, especially if you're already pretty dirty.
Yeah.
It's a pain. But usually I find that once I get out, but it's like before I get out, it's like, can you grab this? Take it back to the fucking bedroom. Oh, can you grab this? Oh, take that motherfucker back to the bedroom. Whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But it just seems like it takes forever to get out of the house.
Yeah, the nice thing about you is your garage is right there.
Yes,
so come
that
back in
is
the
very
house
nice.
Take
It's very beneficial.
5 steps to the door.
Yes.
Past 5 steps, and then you're in the house.
Yep.
I have to cover 100 yards. Yeah, so that's. Yeah, well, I suspect that's the way it is with a lot of people.
Anytime
There's
I
no
get a
way
text,
we're the only people that deal with that.
you might as well expect 45 minutes lost.
Oh yeah. And I'll know because I'll put the stuff down.
Right.
And on my way out, I'll go ahead and flip the light switch off because I know I ain't making it back down. Which is fine. Hey, it's a beautiful thing about having kids.
Right.
It is what it is. But
I tell you, since I got that motor done in that Jeep, I think you were right. You told me that once I got it done, I would basically be looking for something else.
yes, project's over.
To fill my time that I believe I don't have.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't have anything that's done.
I mean, you don't have anything.
Yeah, I don't have a project that's actually complete.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my Jeep.
You had to.
Well, yeah, I had to. Like, I need a wheel bearing.
Yeah, my bad on that.
What do you mean?
I found that wheel bearing.
Well,
problem,
yeah, you found that wheel bearing problem. Yes. But it's like I need that. Those windows. That's an intermittent problem.
Yeah.
That I need to address as well.
Intermittent.
Yeah.
when you don't have time for anything, intermittent's fine.
It's totally fine. It's totally fine. It's like with that wheelbarrow. It's like, I just don't feel like getting back into this thing.
Yeah,
Even though it's such
wheel
a
ain't
cheap.
falling off yet, so
Right. Yeah. That's what you got going for you. You're like, it's good. Yeah, sometimes things are just good enough. It's still rolling. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No, I'm fine with that.
But I know I gotta do the same.
Yeah, you gotta do that soon. I have. If I didn't have the diesel.
Yeah.
When the Explorer blew up.
Yeah.
I should have put an engine in that right away.
Right.
And I was like, I got the time. I ain't worried about it. I got the other truck. That's a pipe dream now.
Right.
Got the time for that.
But if you didn't, you would have been forced to.
Yes.
Yeah.
I get
that. It's like, you're going to put a motor in that thing. Are you worried that several other things are going to be wrong now?
No, because that Explorer's in good shape.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, like, animals getting in there. I mean, squirrels or something chewing on shit.
It could be, but it's nothing that can't be corrected.
Right.
Yeah, no, it can all be corrected. I don't think so, because I keep an eye on it.
Right.
All that, so I ain't worried about that.
Well, you said it's a pipe dream anyway.
Yes. All right. What do you want topic?
I thought we were.
Well, I'm just saying. What do you want to get into? I tell you what. Like I told you earlier. This isn't a topic. This is just a comment about the chandeliers.
Yes.
Why are there?
I don't think.
There's 2 in my house. My head is struck. Those chandeliers at least once a day.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't think our houses are meant for chandeliers. Honestly.
I agree, because the chandelier we have in the dining room is on a cord that's like 5 feet long.
And a 9-foot room.
So it'll hang here, but we have to have something to attach it over here to take up the space.
Right.
Why was...
Well, that's probably to put it over the center of whatever was there.
But why not put the chandelier over top the fucking table? I mean, if you're
somebody just didn't know what they were... didn't have the confidence to move that.
Where the table can only fit in one spot.
Yeah.
Why have the chandelier mounted off to the side and then I was just chandelier because I hit it before we came down here.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm done with that fucking thing. I'm gonna rip it out of the wall. It's not even a good looking chandelier.
Wait, did you put it up there?
No.
It came with the house.
It had a very 1980-esque chandelier at first, and I suggested, fuck the chandelier.
Yeah.
Let's put a recessed light in
Right.
there because we ultimately want to do recessed lighting in the house.
Right.
But that was no.
So you did put that chandelier in?
Yes.
And
I was overruled.
So what? You've been dealing with the chandelier for about 10, 12 years now?
Yeah. I was overruled by her and her father-in-law.
Is it just her and her father-in-law?
Or sorry, her and her father.
I was going to say your dad really liked the chandelier.
Dad could care less about that fucking thing. That's if I get him up here. He doesn't come up here much.
That's where I took a stance on that chandelier. Oh, that's a good looking chandelier, boy.
Yeah, no, he's hard to get up here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's lazy.
The man worked his ass off, provided for you for 30 years, man.
40.
40.
I'm not 40. I'm 30. I'm just saying. He worked for the place he worked at for 40 some years or whatever. But still, that means ask him come visit your son.
Well,
Come visit your granddaughter.
Did you piss him off?
Dustin, he lives 2 miles away from my house.
Right.
The only time I get him up here is hey, Dad, you go hunting? Yeah, boy, I'll be up there in a minute.
Yeah.
He's up here. Hey, Dad, come see your granddaughter. I don't know, buddy, my leg hurts. Won't be able to pull it off.
What are you going to do?
Harass him until he comes up and sees his granddaughter.
Well, then keep on him, man.
Because he's like, yeah, just come down here. No, come up and see your granddaughter at her house.
Right.
My mom comes up all the time.
Have you fished him now?
Like, working on his bow right now. I've said numerous times, Dad, I need you to come up so I can measure you to place the kisser butt.
Yeah.
And get his ass up here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you take the bow down there. I mean, you could.
No.
Why can't you?
I will have to make adjustments on the peep and everything. My bow press is here. This is the lab. This is where all the bow work gets done.
Right.
He is a customer. He needs to bring
He's a
his
customer.
He's a customer. He needs to bring his ass. Fuck no.
Well, that's not a customer.
I'm still working on his
favor.
bow.
It's your
This
dad.
is the
Why
laboratory.
would you charge him?
Of course I'm not charging him. It's my dad. It's my hunting partner.
That'd be ridiculous if you did.
But this is where the work gets done.
Yeah.
So this is.
Right. Well, I'm gonna play you for a minute.
I'll tell you what. Go ahead, play me for a minute. Go ahead, I want to hear this. I'll wait.
Like, you can take the bow up there. You can take Taylor up there too.
Up where?
Up 2 days.
Down there.
Down there.
They're down the mountain.
Okay, they're down the mountain. I apologize.
But my bow press and all the work is done here.
Right.
Taylor goes down there all the time. I'm saying he should come up here on occasion. Like when my mom comes up here at least twice a week to see Taylor. He's 2 miles away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come see your granddaughter.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. That's all.
I don't know. Why do you think that is?
He's lazy.
That's it.
He's retired.
That's
Lazy.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. They have retirement. You want to retire?
At some point.
Do you?
Yeah.
Just absolutely have nothing to do?
No. I didn't say that. I just retire from anything as long as everything's taken care of, and I would be comfortably not,
So you would not want to work?
I would not want to work seriously.
Work seriously. But you would definitely
like a
want
40-hour job,
Right.
like I am now. I would like to have things to fill my time.
Right.
I would prefer not to fill a chair with my ass and just
Absolutely.
watch TV and do nothing.
Right.
Because after a while of doing that, that becomes that becomes the norm.
Right.
Therefore, that's your habit.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to think that's what I wanted. Was to one day not
I can't
have to
see
do
that.
nothing.
It's just hard.
But it's like it's almost like claiming you're sick, not going to school when you were younger.
Yeah.
Did you ever end up getting kind of fucking bored throughout the day?
If I was really young, probably, because I wasn't allowed to do anything. But for a period of time, probably like I used to play like a lot of games on my computer and shit like that.
Yeah.
So when I played a game, I was on it for hours because I played a game called Counter-Strike, so I was on that for a lot of time.
Right.
So, no, I'd fill my day just fine doing that.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore. I don't play that game.
Right.
I haven't played that game in 20 years. It was a fun game. It was a great game, actually. I play my Xbox. Not much. I don't get the time to. Gotta wait till they go to sleep.
I always sucked at video games.
Yeah.
Always terrible.
You'd come over and play that racing game with me. That was always fun.
Yeah, dirt bikes. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
I
That
may
was
have
MX
won.
versus ATV Untamed. That was fun.
I may have won once.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think I did.
Yeah.
Maybe once.
Must have just
Probably
stepped out and go to
let
the
me.
bathroom and
Yeah.
put the controller down.
Yeah. Yep, I'm sure.
Nah, I enjoy playing my Xbox. It's relaxing. But no, retirement, fuck no. And I get the feeling that's the way a lot of guys are.
Right.
I remember when my, I guess this will be an injury, you don't remember? You remember when my appendix ruptured?
Yes.
Yes. I was in the hospital for a while.
Yes.
It was like a week, man. It fucking sucked.
Right.
And then I was pretty much off work and all that because I needed the stitches to heal. Because it wasn't that, I didn't get that just one, or those 2 little small incisions because mine fucking ruptured right before surgery.
Yeah.
So I had a nice big, cut down the stomach. And so I was out of work for like a month and a half. Like it was rough. And maybe after a week, because for that week I was highly drugged. And,
Right.
but after that, and I started moving around and doing all that, I was done. I was ready to go.
Yeah.
Do
Oh
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They said a lot of people act like their dreams just to be sitting on a beach somewhere one day, just drinking.
Well, if you like to drink, I guess.
Yeah.
But after a while, it gets boring.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't be able to do that long. I wouldn't. Problem is, when I have extra time, say I had like projects that were done, and I got done, and I would have free time, that's probably when I would get into trouble. Yeah.
Right.
I would start
causing problems.
Yes, I'd start causing problems. Like I'd probably want to build something or make something that possibly would blow up or explode or do something or start experimenting with shit I shouldn't be. Yeah.
That's why I don't know if kids still do it now, but that's certainly why I did that shit when I was younger.
Yeah.
You like lighting shit on fire.
Yeah.
Just see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you took a lighter and burned your name in the top of my roof and the upholstery up on the roof.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. That's the level of comfortability that I have with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did you really feel about it? Because thinking back now that I actually did that, like, what the fuck possessed me to do that? That's,
I don't think I got
such
upset.
a dick.
You know how hard it is to get me.
I know. No, it's like almost I wouldn't do that if I didn't think that you would find it humorous in some way. But looking back now, like, why the fuck would I do that?
I think when you did, I was like, really? What the fuck? Who just does that? You're like sitting there and you're like,
Yeah.
I gotta look. You fucking kidding me right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can't think of a time where you've ever done anything to piss me off.
I don't know. I just think we're very laid back people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now don't get me wrong. Like if you did that in one of my vehicles, I'd have been like, what the fuck? But since it was you, and then especially since I have it coming. Especially since I have it coming,
This is true.
I would absolutely, I would die. I would absolutely laugh my ass off. I know you're gonna wait. You're gonna wait till one day, if I ever happen to get a brand new fucking whatever it is, that's what you should do.
Yeah, but that's what you see me doing.
That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious.
I couldn't do that.
Trust me, if I get to the point where I could afford a brand new truck, I could afford a brand new fucking headliner for the fucking thing. Okay?
No, you.
Or to the point where I think I could afford a brand new truck.
It was probably half because you thought it was funny. It was the other half because you're a firebug.
Yeah.
I mean, we'd sit in my garage, look over at you, got a pack of matches. I have to hide matches.
I love torching a whole pack of matches.
You just light shit up.
You don't get an enjoyment out of torching a whole pack of matches. Yeah, it's something.
Yeah.
It's not entertaining.
Lighting a match, any form of fire is fun.
Right.
But not just seeing a whole pack of matches go.
Right. You think to most men fire is fun?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, every man likes fire.
Yeah. You think it's the color of it? You think it's the smoke of it? You think it's the smell of it?
It's the smell, how it looks, and the damage it can do.
Oh yes, the damage it can do. It can do
that's
some
what I
severe
think.
damage.
Yeah.
Oh man, they tear a tissue up. I've never seen something go up in flames so fast as a tissue.
Gasoline's cool.
Yeah.
It smells good.
Right. It does. I've always thought it smelled good.
Yeah.
Get this shit. Every couple years we had these 4x4s and some 2x4s in garden beds around my dad's house. And I used to help him paint these things brown with oil-based paint. Okay, it's good shit. Oil-based paint. Shit would be all over my hands. You know, a little bit be on his hand. I mean, I'm like 7 to 10 years old doing this shit. And then we get done, go around back to the shed, clean my hands off with gasoline.
Gasoline will do it.
Shit came right off though.
I always use brake clean.
Yeah, brake clean. Yeah. Both of them are cold as shit.
Yeah.
What makes that shit
Alcohol.
so cold? Alcohol?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alcohol
That makes
content
sense.
in it. And that other chemical, I forgot it. Just like gasoline. You put gasoline in your hands, it feels colder.
Does yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Does diesel feel the same?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Diesel feels like brake fluid. It has a warmer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, but I love setting shit on fire.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I used to love to do is, you cut a tree down.
Yeah.
Or you cut a nice log. Okay. You have a fire going. You get the coals nice and hot.
Oh, yeah.
And then you sit the coals on top of the wood, and it starts to burn the wood away. And you keep doing it and doing it, and when you get done, you chip some of the black away, and then you put more coals in it. It makes a bowl, and that's a flower pot.
Like a real, like you end up taking it and putting dirt and flour in there.
Yep. Used to do it at my mom's all the time.
Now, were you doing it specifically for that reason? Did you discover this? Somebody show you this?
Well, no. I mean, you see it all the time on like documentaries of the primitive people, like in Africa. That's how they make canoes. Those dugout canoes. They don't just chip away at wood.
I never thought of how smooth they were inside.
Yeah, how they get the big dip in the wood is they put fire in it and let it burn the wood down. It burns like a cigarette. Just a cherry, and it just keeps going lower and lower and lower.
Right. Now, do they put some sort of coating on those things?
I don't know.
You know, that wasn't in the documentary?
I don't know. I take away from documentaries stuff that I like.
Well, I mean, I feel like that would have been something that should have been in the documentary. They put
like
a coating.
What coating?
That's what I'm wondering. What coating would they use? But picturing in my mind, like I can picture what you're talking about. Like I've seen it before, and just the color of them feels like it's some sort of coating on it, just by the color of it.
I feel like that's what. I mean, most of the stones I see is brown. It's the typical color of wood. But I know, like, in some places that have like that, and if, say, like, you got a crack in it or a hole in it, they'll use tree sap. And I think there's some form of, like, especially over there, like, you have termite mounds, the big ones. I think stuff from that mixed with water becomes pretty pasty-like.
So is that how they made their bowls and shit, too, then, I assume?
That and probably gourds and shit like that they dig out.
Huh.
That'd be my guess. I don't know.
Right. Even those bowls, I would imagine, they're just so smooth. So smooth. That they just seem like
clay,
they have a coating on them.
Clay and stuff.
No.
You take, clay mud and all that, make whatever you want, and then you fire harden it.
Right. Huh.
Fire will do a lot of good stuff, like make a spear, for frog gigging or something. After you make the spear, you burn it. Hardens the tip. It's called fire hardening.
They should. You said that shit about clay. That reminded me of another song I gotta send you. It's a good song.
Yeah.
I think you'll like it.
But yes, fire's fun. There's a guy that says, no, fire sucks. I would imagine if that's the case, it's because they had a very bad experience with fire at some point.
Just to be like, have that passive attitude, oh, fire sucks, like that, or like, I hate fire. I feel like the guy that had a bad experience was like, oh, I hate fire. Not just, oh, fire sucks.
Well, I'm not saying they'd say it like that, just that they wouldn't like fire. If you got burnt. I feel like.
Well, I mean, who hasn't been burnt?
No, I'm not talking about that. Everybody's been burnt. I'm talking about get caught in a fire where,
well, of course,
60-80% of your body is third-degry burns where your skin just peels off. That's a new kind of hurt right there.
Well, I would imagine so.
I'm sure
nobody wants to. I feel like it's a lasting hurt, like for a good while.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's probably one of the worst pains on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't even imagine how bad that would be.
Would you rather burn to death or drown?
I feel like I'd drown.
Yeah.
Drowning would be.
Yeah. So they're both just so torturous.
Yes.
But at least drowning's obviously a lot quicker.
I've never.
I would assume drowning's quicker.
I've never drowned, obviously, but I have. Well, just because you drown doesn't mean you die. You have to be resuscitated. But I've been.
Would you really call that a drown? That's not a successful drowning.
What do you mean?
If you're resuscitated, that's not. If you're capable of being resuscitated, I feel like you're actually drowning.
Fair enough, but I'm just saying, like, there was a point where I've been underwater to where I don't know how it happened, but I ended up sucking in a lot of water, and just that, like, where you you're breathing, but water's in your. That is a horrifying feeling.
Yeah, I never sucked in any water.
Sucking in water and like swallowing, it's fine. But when you get it in it, because you're trying to take in air and it gets in your lungs, and that is horrible.
Right.
It's a horrible feeling.
Right.
Just the concept, not even just water, but the concept of breathing and nothing coming in is a horrifying feeling.
That reminds me of Sandlot. This conversation reminds me of Sandlot. That kid was willing to drown. He basically drowned himself.
Hey, man.
Not a successful drowning because it was to the point where they were bringing him back. You know.
But again, that's not resuscitation. So I spoke. It's not because you're still not breathing, but you're still got a pulse.
Right.
A heartbeat. So it's not like you died.
Right.
But still, when someone says, "Go save that person," they're drowning.
Yeah.
It's still drowning.
Right.
So.
In the process of drowning.
Yes.
But they didn't.
Save that kid. He is in the process of drowning.
Yeah. Trying to get him a Wendy peppercorn.
Hey, man, hey.
He's pulling a squint, man.
He's the only one that pulled it off.
Had the
Nobody
balls.
else had the sack to do it.
Hey, she liked it.
Yeah,
she liked it.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Fucking right.
A little wave at the end. Said, "Come on back in a couple of years, boy."
Totally.
Yeah, no fire. Fire's fun, but like I said, getting burnt on your finger. Come 4th of July, me and you both don't have hair on our knuckles anymore.
Right.
But getting burnt, and those are 1st-degree burns, or whatever the lightest burning is. But to actually severely damage the largest organ in your body to that point, that's just a scary proposition.
I hate these fucking. I was cooking breakfast this morning, getting them goddamn grease pops.
Yeah.
Oh, they're annoying.
Yeah.
They're annoying. And then I was cooking on the grill later, and then the shit was flaring up under my hand. I didn't have my long spatula out there. I just had a regular one.
Now, what I don't like is when you have something you're cooking that is very greasy, that you just pulled off, or you try to flip it,
right.
It doesn't like immediately burn you.
Yeah.
The first one.
Uh-huh.
You feel how hot it is. You feel it on you. Then you go in for the second one.
Right.
Since you're already pre-burned.
Yeah. Just work through it. Is that worth pulling out?
Someone taught me, and I don't know who it is, and I can't remember when it was or whatever. But if you do that where you burn your finger real bad, because if you do that, you have a big old blister. Supposedly, how to prevent that from happening when you do burn is you smack your hands together. So all the blood rushes real quick to where you burnt yourself.
Yeah.
And it rehydrates the skin and all that and keeps you from having a burn.
You put this at the test?
Yes.
And it works.
It works to the point where if I had one that would be a small burn or something like that, fingers get real red and the blood runs back to it. I've had.
Wow. It's amazing.
Don't know how it works, but it works.
Yeah, I can imagine getting burned.
Yeah,
I don't like getting burned with a little bit I have.
Not just fire. I feel like most guys like explosions.
Oh. Well, yeah.
I'll just get on YouTube and watch some of those fucking shockwaves and shit like that. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. It's such a shame that I feel like that we think disastrous things are cool in a way. It's it's cool to see, but
disasters
goddamn,
or shit hits the fan situations.
I always thought it would be so cool if everything flooded around you and you're just driving around town in a boat, man. I just always thought that would be so cool.
I'm good. Just hop in mine.
Yeah.
I got 2. Shit,
yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, but what devastation that would bring to the town.
We're also on the mountains. So
yeah. Well, I mean, up where I'm at or whatever. There's flood areas up there. I'm just saying if it could happen. I always thought it would be kind of. I mean, it happens down in.
It's bad to think about it because people would get killed.
I know, but it's my selfishness to just want to drive through downtown in a speedboat.
And see all, because there's always going to be. I like driving when stuff's flooding because there's always that person.
Yeah.
that just did not get the memo not to drive.
Oh yeah. And
Like
they're
in
stuck in a
spot.
puddle. Yes. Sitting on top of their car.
This is last year we had that flood and where Sheets was.
Yeah.
That whole thing where that bridge is to go right across. We got right to it. She's like, oh, I was like, honey, at the middle of that, the water would be at our mirrors or higher.
Right.
So we turned around. Behind me is, this is like a Jetta or something. We turned around, drove off. I'm looking in the mirror, watching this person. He's thinking about it.
Yeah.
See, he's contemplating it because he pulled up to the water.
Yeah.
And there was no reverse lights come on.
Yeah.
He sat there. I could see him because it's a straightaway there. He was thinking about it. So we went down and around, come back around. He went for it. He got to about maybe 50 feet in there, and the water's up to the mirrors. Yeah, because we went down and around to go to Sheets. I wanted to pack a cigarette.
Oh, yeah.
No flood's going to stop me from getting to pack a cigarette.
Right.
And there he is. Yep. Him and his girlfriend sitting on the hood of the car. We go get a pack of cigarettes. We stroll over to where the fence is there.
Yeah.
And we're just sitting there at the fence like this, watching this guy in the car. Then you hear the sirens.
Oh, yeah.
And then you hear the other sirens on that truck with the water rescue boat on there. They had to go get his ass.
Now, let me ask you this. Being a boat owner yourself, and I can imagine a lot of boat owners would feel this way. Would you be almost excited in a way?
No.
When that happened?
No.
And you got to take your boat out?
I feel like if that happened,
Like
that
that.
was devastating. I would not want to take my one boat out because it's fiberglass. It wouldn't survive the trip.
Yeah.
There's all the debris and everything floating in there.
Well, nonetheless, in that situation.
Now, my flat-bottom John boat,
Yeah.
that'd be funner than shit.
Right.
But, no, that much, people would be hurt, die. It's not something to...
But you'd certainly be glad you had your boat.
Yes. My flat-bottom, yes. Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, now, even though the fiberglass boat you say would be destroyed, that still be better than having a boat than having a none.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair point.
Yeah.
But I'm in the mountain. I don't really got to worry about that.
Right.
Yeah, but I think everybody thinks about what they would do in a disaster.
I know. So crazy.
It's like
I mess with Amanda all the time because she loves her showers. What would you do
without showers?
Without showers. What the fuck would you do? This is like just like we were having a discussion up there earlier when you were doing dishes, leaving that water run.
Yes, Jesus Christ.
When she does that, she's standing there washing a dish. In the process of washing a dish. I don't see the big deal. Shutting the fucking water off while you're gonna wash that dish. Wash a couple fucking dishes. You know what I'm saying? Then turn the water back on, rinse them all off. You know what I mean? But stand there with that water running the whole time, and I tell her, you're gonna be in a situation one day when you're in dire need of some water, and I am gonna grill your ass, tell you, remember all that water you wasted? Doing them dishes, leaving it run the whole time, and now you need some, and you ain't got none.
She was quite offended that I took your side on that.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was. I think she was just
a little butthurt that
she
I
was
was on your
as
side on that one.
surprised as I was.
Well, I like to get under her skin.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? That's fine. Of course, that's fine.
But
I
yeah,
do too.
I think everybody thinks about what they'll do in a disaster, especially like war or something like that.
Yeah, well, we know some people that are kind of looking forward to it.
Yeah, so he is the type of person that he thinks war's coming, we're going to have a civil war and all that. No one's saying we are.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening.
No, I mean, what's the point? It's no good for anybody.
No, but they also have this point that it's going to be, or they think it's going to be civilians versus the military and the government. The concept of that, where half the people think that we'll be annihilated, civilians will be taken out right away. Any form of civil war in this country will be long, drawn out. It will be bloody. It would be nasty. But my point is that you have certain people, you know some of them, I know some, we work with some of them, that have this image in their head that if all that shit happened, they're going to be that one standing in front of the people and just ready to lead the charge out there. And they look forward to that, like that's what it's going to be like.
They're going to be the man.
Their ass is going to be fucking running, screaming, and hiding. And you know what? They should be, because this person, specific person, has fucking kids and a wife and all that.
Right.
That should be your first concern.
Right.
Not standing out there with your AR trying to take on the world.
Nope. So I don't know. I would never want no. I don't know. I would never want a part of a protest.
No, I don't want to be in that situation.
And of course, I don't agree with abortion or whatever, but I would never want to be one of those people out there holding a sign out in front of the abortion clinic, saying, don't do it or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I don't want to have no heat with nobody. I don't want to be starting no shit. I just want to live my life. Yeah. I don't know if I could ever be a bad motherfucker, but I don't want to ever have to find out.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I doubt it could be. But
I just wouldn't want to make waves.
Nope. I just want to go on about my day.
Yeah.
And hell, getting in a fight nowadays, I mean, shit, that can ruin your fucking life.
Getting in a fight these days is not like getting a fight back in the day. Like I've said numerous times.
Nope.
You can have this argument with a guy. Back in the day, go out back, got a couple punches, chuck a couple haymakers at each other.
Yep.
Beat the shit, settle it, go back in and have a beer.
Yep.
Not anymore. Can't throw down anymore in the back, because 90% of the time someone's got a gun or a knife. Just that. You don't know.
Well, it's not it's not even really that. It's of course that would suck, but it's how much trouble you can get in for.
Like what?
For fighting in public. Or what if that motherfucker wants to sue your ass?
Oh yes, that is a big.
You gotta go through getting a lawyer and all that shit, and it's time off fucking work.
Yes,
and then who knows how your work's gonna deal with that shit.
Yeah, fuck that.
I mean, it could be an absolute nightmare. It's like getting a DUI.
Yeah, you shouldn't be drinking and driving.
No,
Bottom line.
Of course not. But I mean, obviously, they make these laws this way to keep people from doing this shit. But as far as being so rough on a couple guys fighting, getting into it,
well, the context matters.
Yeah.
If you're going there to cause trouble and pick a fight with someone, you should have the book thrown at you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But if there's
two guys just get heated all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's what guys do.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
I don't know. I feel like do you feel like it's almost important in a way for men to be able to do that?
Yeah, because if not, then nothing gets settled.
Right. But
sometimes. It depends what it is, who it is.
At the same time, though, you don't want to see nobody get seriously hurt.
Yeah, but that's the problem with, I think, doing stuff like that nowadays.
Right.
Because I feel like back in the day, no one would get seriously hurt because most people were more level-headed.
Right.
And knew when to stop.
Right.
I don't think that's the case anymore.
You think it's more of you think it was a natural thing of knowing when to stop? Because I don't feel like a lot of people really want to hurt anybody. Because I heard, if you actually knock somebody out, it's not a good feeling.
No, it's
a
not.
Shitty feeling.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. No.
It's almost, I can imagine knocking somebody out, you almost feel like you killed them there for a second in a way.
I think if you're a person who actually cares, when you do that, it is, you realize that you really hurt a person.
Right.
Badly. It's not as bad as you think it is.
Right.
But it still sucks.
Yeah.
You feel like you've accomplished what you wanted to accomplish, but it's still, it also depends how it happens.
Yeah, the context, like you said.
Yeah, that, but also, if you're getting in a fist fight with someone and you knock them out cold, that's one thing. But if you, throw a guy down or you're beating the guy up and then you just keep going and going and going and going and going.
Yeah.
And he's no longer, defending himself.
Right.
I think a lot of times you'll see where people keep going. And it's not necessary.
Right.
And then you cause permanent damage. What for? What does that accomplish?
Right.
If you're upset.
You're probably right. That's when most serious injury would happen is somebody just decided to keep going.
Yeah, and I feel like that happens a lot.
Yeah. Because, most people know when it's too much for them and they're starting to get hurt, and then that's when they stop defending themselves and basically cover themselves up,
Yeah. But people who get in fights just to prove how big and bad they are, fucking idiots.
Right.
Yeah. That's... knocking someone out's not fun. Getting knocked out, not fun either. At all.
Oh, you've been knocked out?
I've been knocked out.
From a fight?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
When were you getting in these fights?
I want to say 7th grade.
Okay, that's when I had my two and only.
Yeah, I got decked in the back of the head.
Huh.
Yeah. And then that
really wasn't even a fight, you just got...
No, it was a fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just got
I thought somebody just
decked
ran
in the
up
back
behind
of the head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. I got hit square in the back of the
Was
head.
this against one person?
Yes. Yes.
Don't say the name, but did I know the person?
No.
No?
No, I don't think so.
Alright. You have to give me the name once we're off air.
Okay.
I'd be curious.
Alright, fair enough.
I gotta know who took a swing at the king and
And connected. Yep, that's
took him out.
Take a swing at the king, better not miss.
Yep.
That's the same.
And they did not miss.
No, got me in the back of the head.
That's...
Yeah, because when you actually come to, you have no fucking clue what happened. That's the shitty part. You're like, what the fuck? And then realize that you
So it doesn't feel good at all to be knocked out?
No, it doesn't hurt.
Right. Oh, really?
Not
even the spot later?
I mean, yeah, you get a bruise and shit.
I
I didn't have anything because it was the back of the head.
Right.
I've never been hit in the jaw.
Yeah, you were hit with a fist in the back of the head?
Yes, yes. But you do more damage to your hands.
I was going to say, did he break his fucking hand?
Not that I know of. Yeah. I don't know. I don't like fighting.
Nah, it's
I like boxing. I don't like fighting.
I've thought about getting into a couple, we've talked about self-defense things.
Mm.
And I almost felt like, like wrestling, amateur wrestling, obviously, would be the way to go. Because I feel like that was more preventive. A more preventive style of self-defense. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's another one. But as far as you're just able to tie somebody up and just freaking hold them there until the situation's, de-escalate or some more people come to grab them, rather than actually having to get all into it and throwing punches and shit. I'd rather just tie somebody up or even get them in a fucking chokehold and just wrap them up and bring them down and until it's done,
I feel like self-defense is the whole point of